Paul Pierce, take one.
Who am I talking to? You?
Hi, bud.
Pete! Johnny Joe, where you was at, dog?
It's a very elegant necklace.
Man, game 1, round 2. Another step toward where we need to be. I think in order to be great, in order to be able to get to the top, you have to have a certain mindset.
The Celtics select Paul Pierce.
It's stressful when you want to be one of the best, when you want to win. It comes with anxiety, it comes with blood, sweat, and tears.
Put extra 30 minutes on practice.
But I knew how much time I put into it. I never believed in failure. There was no article you can write that would put me down. It's hard to win. You want to be the best, the pressure come with that. Trials and tribulations come with that. Heartache come with that. And when you battle test it, it builds something in you to where you hate that feeling. I feel like it's a real different energy around this team. The heartaches of last year, the year before, they got something to prove. Because they know that when they walk into that building, we don't hang up division banners. We don't hang up conference banners. We only hang up championship banners. They know they're close. And I think they're ready to get to the mountaintop.
First time I went to a game, pretty much was in the 6th game of the playoffs in 2008. Me and my daughter were gonna do half white and half green faces. We didn't have time, so we went to the bar. And there was a guy in the bar that had green hair. And I said, oh, I was gonna do this and that. And he turned around to me and handed me a tube of green. And I went in the bathroom in the Bearworks and changed my hair into green with the paste. And I walked out of there and the bouncer at the door says, what happened to you? I go, yeah, what happened? I went in with regular hair, I come out with green.
Oh, everything is green all the time. From the sink to the floor to the towels. But he loves it, so it's okay.
And people will come up and, like the other day at the market, the guy came up, I gotta ask you, are you the guy I go, yeah, I'm the guy from the Celtics games with the great hair. When I go into the garden, it's like I'm walking into family. It's something that we all love and have a craziness for, and we got to be a little crazy to do some of the stuff we do, but we love it, and we'll do anything for this team. So this team this is the year, I think.
Yeah.
Remember, the Cleveland Cavaliers chose this path. The fans at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse chanted, we want Boston, we want Boston. Careful what you wish for.
The only question left, is this finally the right mix that can get this franchise back to the holy grail of the sport?
The Eastern Conference semifinals are underway. Swings to Jaylen Brown, up takes a three, knocked down a throw.
At home, new series, trying to set the tone for what the series is going to look like from a toughness standpoint, from a competitiveness standpoint.
Hey, we haven't put our mark on the game defensively like we know we can. We got to be better defensively.
It's time to eat. And you got to have those guys that have that grime and that dog in them.
I was definitely barking.
I did not get a bark in now. That's on me.
He stepped back on Merrill. He drills another one.
White is wrong. And he's being aggressive, and we urge him to do that. We're going to need that
more and more down the line.
Richard has been here before. Race across half 35-footer and drills it. And it is over. The Celtics strike first. And like most of the teams that have walked into TD Garden, they get blown off the floor.
It's going to be tough for a team to have to beat us 4 times. As long as we come out and we execute on both ends and we're the harder playing team, I think we'll be fine.
Hornets have hired a new coach. Charles Lee comes to the Queen City from Boston, where he is currently an assistant coach.
The mindset that I continue to come back to every time is that I love this game. I love helping people. I love having teams be successful in any possible way they can. And I just want to continue to be somebody that leaves the organization in a better place than when I got there.
Every part of your journey, whether it's success or failure, they play a part in shaping who you are as a team.
There's a connectedness you need, toughness, resilience. You know, there's an emotional high and low.
Some nights it don't turn out the way we wanted it to turn out, but the great thing about a remarkable team is they had the ability to bounce back.
And you have to eliminate the expectation that it's always going to go your way, because it's not. It's going to go the way it's supposed to go, and you got to adjust accordingly along the way.
The emotional toll that a season can take, a game can take, a series can take, is all real. So you just have to be able to navigate those. I think experience is a great teacher.
I look at game 2 like I look at almost any game in any playoff series. Like whoever you're playing, they're good. If you don't play your best, you don't win. You know, you're not going to shortcut it. You know, you've got to battle through failure to get to success. That's a part of what it takes to be a champion.
It's nothing like winning in Boston, man. Ain't nothing like winning in Boston. Nothing. You hear me?
You know, they all count the same, whether we lost by 3 or lost by 25. You know, they all count as one. You know, it's my first year in the league. I grew up, you know, watching LeBron, be a few shots away from, beating him and his team and going to the championship. It's just something I will always remember.
You know, it's definitely tough, but we have nothing to hang our heads about.
That year, we had other guys that were expected to, to come in and help us, and they were injured throughout the year. Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, and JB and JT. I felt like they had to grow up quickly.
There was minimal expectation because you didn't know how good Jason Tatum was. Tatum was just a rookie. You didn't know how good Jaylen Brown was in his second year. But then you started to see it, and it happened quickly. They rattled off a 16-game winning streak.
Just watching them and how they continued to grow that year throughout the playoffs. JT, his confidence kind of went through the roof after that. JB started to assert himself as well.
It was impossible where the Celtics had been just a couple of years earlier. They'd be playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. A 19-year-old rookie who just turned 20, playing with Jaylen Brown, playing with Al Horford. With the injuries they had suffered, it made no sense. And on the other side of the floor is the generational player.
With 6:45 remaining, Tatum drives down and throws it down! Wow! Jason Tatum has electrified the crowd.
Y'all all fight for one thing, and it's numerous hands reaching out at it, numerous bodies attacking what you want. It's hard.
You hear the chants of "Let's go Celtics" for their team that had this improbable run.
Like, that was the start of it, right? We're gonna win, and you probably think like, all right, we'll just get over the hump next year or the following year, whatever it takes.
5 Eastern Finals and 1 final. You have that defeat stuck in your chest.
You find yourself doubting yourself at times, like, can you help this team get to the next level? Do you want to quit? There's just so many things that come in trying to be the best and trying to be a champion also.
Year after year, of having success, that's pressure, that's expectation.
Just because you make it to a certain level where you're almost there, everything can change with the flip of a coin. So you got to take advantage of the moment. And right now, I think this is the moment for the young guys.
And after what Jaylen Brown called an unacceptable Game 2 performance
see what type of energy this team responds with in front of a raucous crowd here. The Cavs have yet to lose this postseason.
We're on the road, back against the wall where my dog's at.
It's do or die time right now, and that's the mentality that you have to come out with tonight and every game going forward.
The hesitation, the explosion in the flush.
Whether things are going well or they're not going well, making sure we stick together.
White, 3, got it! Donovan's got 23.
Not overreacting, just staying poised, knowing that it's going to be difficult. Knowing there's going to be difficult times. No playoff run is easy. There's going to be hard times. The experience allows us to make sure we rely on each other.
I think experience is everything. I think being able to experience the ups and downs and going through struggles, all that kind of plays into how you grow and having those opportunities to grow so that when you get to a tough spot, you'll be able to prevail.
Richard just dribbling the ball at the half-court line. Long 3. Oh, my. Hate Richard. And look at he's talking stuff. Oh, I hate that.
You know, we've always done a really good job of responding.
He gets blocked from behind by White.
And not letting things, snowball.
And now Brown lays it in.
Tatum, pump fake, on the baseline, turns. Arcing jumper is all net. The final seconds tick off the clock, and it's like a rerun. Groundhog Day, again and again and again.
We played like the hungry team, and I said most important thing. We're the hungriest mother. Together, 1, 2, 3.
Here we go, game 4.
And LeBron James is in the building.
The Cavaliers without Donovan Mitchell with a calf injury.
The team has its best player taken away right before the tip. There is an energy that comes with that on both sides. You knew the Cavs would come out strong. They're going to play hard because there's a desperation. When you lose one of your senses, the others get heightened.
Strus stops, 3. Immediate timeout by Joe Mazzulla.
8-2 run timeout. All of a sudden, you coming out of that timeout, you have to understand that stop right there could change the outcome of a game.
Blocked on a putback by Jason Tatum.
Here's a small run that if we didn't manage better, it could cost us. It's that fine balance of, play your game versus when it's time to adjust.
Performing well may look different from night to night because of how talented this team is. It might be 30 points, but it might be 10 assists, or it might be protecting the rim. Within the walls of this building, we're celebrating those things because we know that contributes to winning.
What are the largest threats? What are the best possible outcomes? 2 minutes left, fourth quarter. What do I need to do to help my team win?
Celtics playing their first clutch minutes now of the playoffs.
It's like it's either in you or it's not. You look forward to the moments when you get to display it.
Boston by 5, 1:15 left.
Tatum turns the corner, kick out, open, Jalen, 3, got it! Jaylen Brown knocks down the killer 3 with 1:07 to go, and that's all that separates the Celtics from a 3-1 series lead.
Most important thing is making sure that we don't take anything for granted. Right? We have to be the harder playing team. We can't take any of this for granted heading into the next game. However long it takes, whatever it takes. That's a great job, mental toughness. Defense, 1, 2, 3. Hey, let's go, fellas.
Sounds a little like the old garden in here as we get set for Game 7 here in Boston. That just
Game
sounds
7.
right. Game 7 in Boston.
You couldn't hear nothing in that locker room. It wasn't nobody playing. It wasn't nobody on the phones. Nobody was talking to each other. We had our head down, thinking of what we got to do to secure a victory. We all do our little Celtics, hoorah, Celtics, hoorah, 1, 2, 3, and Butu.
Hoorah! Celtics! Hoorah! 1, 2, 3, and Butu!
We all knew what that meant. We all together. But we didn't say nothing to each other the whole time. Paul Pierce, he woke up and took the challenge.
Pierce again splits the track, drives right down the middle, scoops to the left hand off the window and in. Here's the double. Pierce, he's feeling it. Paul Pierce lighting it up.
But with the greats, they can just scrap your game plan real easy.
It's good. 27 for LeBron.
He can put a team on his back by himself.
James with the steal. Here he goes. And James makes it a 1-point game with 2:20 to play.
KG, he said, Drew, in the huddle. Drew like, what? I don't have it that much today. I don't have it. You got to bring us home. Truth said, okay, I got you. I got you. I'm looking at the huddle like, oh, shoot. Oh, this is good.
Pierce on a drive, on the pull-up. It's good. Paul Pierce is what's working. Get him the ball and get out of his way.
And he went out there and he brung us home.
Ilgauskas on the second tip. Pierce comes out with it and calls timeout. He gets the timeout. Paul Pierce making every big play for the Celtics today. Points for Pierce and a huge sigh of relief.
It's an emotional game. When you got so many people reaching for what you want, it's an emotional roller coaster. But when you understand that being at the top is hard and know that you're gonna have to take some type of lumps, it's easy to endure. What this team has gone through over the years has really helped them grow. But you can't look at tomorrow or next year or what you can grow into. Right now is the opportunity. In the spirit of competition, you have to have a certain mindset. Stay on path, stay on focus to be one of the best. You know, some of the powers that some of these players have, you think they down and out, the next thing you know, they rise.
Awesome play, jumps in the air, saved with Horford, unbelievable.
It's kind of what being a Celtic is all about, right? We got to have grit. We got to, go out there. We got to go get it.
An Alves that everybody has to follow. And from that point on, we just went on a run and played Celtic basketball.
Just doing what it takes to win. Just try to make a play and be ready for that moment.
Game 5 at home. What you saw, I think, is what we can be at the highest of level when our opponent brings the best out of us. This is a closeout game. The team is fighting for their life. We have to enter the fight. We have to be the team that's fighting for their life. But at the end of the day, you gotta do it together. There will be moments of doubt, fear, stress. There'll be all those things. You gotta go head first into it. However long it takes, you can't have the expectation that it's gonna be easy, that it's gonna go a certain way. You just gotta stay in the fight. And at some point, we're gonna make a breakthrough. It takes what it takes.